Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Dear students, today in this session, we are going to learn northwest corner rule that will help us to provide initial basic feasible solution for the transportation model. This is one of the new style or idea for solving NWCR quickly and accurately. And remember that this video is for those hardworking students of BS Statistics who are studying operation research in their last semester and have keen interest in the subject matter being taught. So solving NWCR, you will check two things before. First one, that we will check whether the model is balanced or not. Yes, of course, the model is balanced. Both demand and supply have equal totals. This is the first requirement for solving any of the transportation model. Now, moving for the second step, we will calculate how many allocations will be made in the transportation model. For this purpose, we will calculate total number of basic variables as we have, this is the formula in the bottom. Basic variables is equal to rows plus columns minus 1. There are 3 rows. M denotes rows, N denotes columns. There are 3 rows, 1, 2, 3, and 4 columns, 1, 2, 3, 4. Minus 1, it becomes 6. The result is 6. So keep in mind, first thing, that you will make total 6 allocations in the given table. Now we start the method as. Here we have 3 sources and 4 destinations along with their supplies and demands. Now we will start our question, our first allocation. Now we are going to make our first allocation, and the allocation will be made on the top left corner. This is the top left corner. Here we will start our question. This is the top left corner or northwest corner. From here we will start our question. Here we have 12 cells, 3 rows and 4 columns. There are altogether 12 cells. This is the first cell. Here we will start our northwest corner rule. So first of all, we will see that how much is the demand. The demand is 5. In this column, the demand is 5. And in this row, the supply is 15. I repeat my words, that standing here, we will see below how much is the demand. Demand is 5. And we see in the right that the supply is 15. Now you will check that which one is minimum. Demand is minimum or supply is minimum. Yes, demand is minimum, which is 5. So you will make your first allocation as 5 here. Yes, you will put 5 here. Then I repeat my words again, that you will start your question from this corner, and your first allocation is 5. Your first task is to check how much is the demand and how much is the supply. Here we see when we are going to allocate, we are doing our allocate in the first cell. This is your first blank cell. You will make your allocation here. From here, you will see that down to this blank cell, you have demand 5, and similarly in the same row in your right you have 15 supply. Now you will make your first allocation, as this is very important that you will make your allocation. The procedure for allocating the value is this, that you will check that which one is minimum. This one is minimum or this one is minimum. Yes, of course, 5 is minimum. So you will put 5 in this cell. This is your first allocation. It means that this cell has received 5 demand. So let's see what happens in the next. Yes. Now this step is more important. After the allocation, you will check the difference. You will check the difference how? If you subtract 15, if you subtract 5 from this 15, you are left with 10 supply. Yes, you are left with 10 supply. This bracket, you will put 10 in front of 15 in the bracket. It will show that your supply is remaining from 15 to 10, or your supply is reduced from 15 to 10. This is the main thing you will understand, that you will subtract your this allocation from your supply, and the remaining figure you will write this remaining figure 10 in front of this 15 and put this remaining figure into the bracket form. And this bracket form shows that the remaining supply is now 10. Now we move to the other side. This is the demand side. Here we have put cross sign. Why? Look at this, that the difference between these two is 0. It means your demand is complete now. In spite of 0, you will put here cross sign. So when the difference is 0, when this difference is 0, if you subtract this 5 from this 5, the difference is 0. You will not put 0 in the bracket, you will put cross in the bracket. It means your demand is complete. Nothing is left behind. This is my first point that you should keep in mind. After the allocation, you will see what is the difference. The difference is 0. So you will put cross sign in the bracket. You will put cross in front of 5 into the bracket. Bracket says that the cross in the bracket says that there is nothing left. Or whenever you see that, whenever you see in the row or column, when there are same values, you will put cross in front of this value. So this was the main point I was making you understand. The first step was allocation. The allocation was made. After seeing that which was minimum, 5 was minimum, you put 5 over here in the first cell. Now, the next point is that in this column, you have left nothing. So you will put cross into these two blank cells. Let's see again. Yes, these are two blank cells. These are in column in. Let me see that the cross is in the column first. Yes, in this. So no more demand is required. Here we have two blank cells. This is the main point. You will have to understand that we are left with two blank cells. So you will fill these blank cells with the cross sign as. Yes. Now this column is completely eliminated from the other table. You cannot make any of the allocation in these two blank cells. It means you cannot make any of the allocation in these two blank cells. So whenever you see that there is a cross sign, if the cross sign is in the column side, you will fill all the blank cells in the column with the cross sign. Dear students, here I have made 3 points. First one, you will make the allocation. Allocation is made. Which one is minimum? This 5 is minimum. After making the allocation, you will check the difference. You will subtract this 5 from this supply. Now this supply reduces to 10 and you will put this 10 in front of 15 and into the bracket, and this bracket shows that you have 10 supply left. And on the other side, when you check the difference from this to this, the difference becomes 0. 0 means nothing is left. No demand is there, your demand is complete. So you will put here a cross sign in spite of 0. Why we have not put 0? The other book says that you should put 0, but in the next lecture, I will tell you what is the importance of 0. In the northwest corner rule, there is importance of 0. So when the demand or supply is complete, you should put cross sign, not the 0. So the discussion for the first allocation is complete. Keep in mind that this first column is now eliminated. No further allocation is needed in this column. So where we have started our question, we have started our question from the first cell. As you know that I have earlier told you that you will make 6 allocation. This was the first allocation. After the first allocation, you see that where you will move now for your next allocation. For your next allocation, you will see your path. Is it any path for the allocation? No. All the cells are filled with cross or value. So you cannot move down from this value. So there is the only way you will move to the adjacent blank cell. You will move to the blank cell, not the cell which is filled with the cross. So there is the only way that you will move to your right. So you will put an arrow sign and you will make your allocation as. This is the cell where you will make your second allocation. How? Here we see again repeat those three steps as I have earlier told you in the first allocation. What was the step? What were these three steps? That now you will check here the demand is 15 and supply is 10. Now what should we do? We will check that which one is minimum. Which one is minimum? The 10 is minimum from this 15. So you will put here the value 10 like this. Yes, you will put 10 here, and in the next step, you will put here 5 and here cross sign. Now I discuss these 2 points, that your demand was 15. After the allocation, when you subtract this allocation from 15, you are left with 5. 5 is your demand which is being left. On the other side, you see that your supply was 10. When you subtract this allocation from your supply 10, the result was cross. As I have earlier told you that you will not put 0, you will put the sign of cross, as 0 has some importance. And I will tell you in my next example, in my fourth example, why 0 has importance. So I repeat this, that here you have made 10 allocation, you have 15 demand and 10 supply. Which one was minimum? 10 was minimum. You put 10 into this cell and you see the difference. The difference 15 minus 10 was 5, which was put in front of 15 into the bracket. And here, when you subtract this 10 from this 10, the difference was disclosed in the form of cross sign in front of this 10. Please take this, please, I must repeat this step because for clear understanding. Yes, you will put 5 here. This is the minimum. Yes, after 5, you will check you will put cross sign and you will put 10 in front of 15 as 10 is left. And also you will put cross sign in these 2 blank cells like this. No allocation will be made in these cells. And now for the next allocation, there is no room in these cells. You will make the allocation in the next adjacent cell. In the next, you will move to the right for your next allocation. So you will put an arrow. And why I have put 10 here? Because your supply was 10 and demand was 15. 10 was minimum and minimum value was put here. So you see that I have put 5 in front of 15 as 5 is left, and put cross sign in front of 10 as nothing is left. So in my first allocation, I have told you, when you have a cross sign, either row side or cross sign or column side, you will put cross signs in the black cells. So you see here carefully that here we have a cross sign, and in this row you have 2 more blank cells. It means that you will put 2 cross signs in the blank cells. Now your first source is completed. If you add these values 10 and 5, you will get 15. This is 15. It means your supply is complete now. Now you have made your two allocations in the first cell and in this next cell. Now how many allocations we have to make? We have to make 6 allocations. Now where we will move? We cannot move to this right. We cannot move to left, as these two cells are filled with, one is filled with 5 and others are filled with cross sign. So you will move to your down. How? Yes, this is the only way. This is the connected cell. You will move to the connected cell, and this is the only cell, blank cell, where you can make your allocation. So you will make arrow sign and see that at this point you see that you have 5 demand and 25 is the supply in this. Which one is minimum? 5 is minimum, so you will put 5 here. Yes, 5 here, and nothing is left. 5 has gone to this cell, nothing is left, so you will put cross sign in front of 5, and also you will put 20 in front of 25, as 5 supply has been distributed to this cell. Here you have received 5 demand and you have distributed 5 supply to this cell. You are left with 20 supply, which is written in front of 25 into the bracket, which means there is 20 supply is now left. 25 reduces to 20. And here we have cross sign, as if you subtract this 5 from this 5, you left nothing. So the cross sign is in this column, and in this column you notice that there is one cell blank. So you will put cross sign into this cell like this. So the next allocation you can easily assess. You can easily assess where will be your next allocation, as you cannot move here, you cannot move here, so you will move to your right. So yes, I have put arrow sign, and now you are in cell, in this blank cell. Here we see that we have 15 demand and 20 supply. 15 demand and 20 supply. Which one is minimum? 15 is minimum. So you will put 15 in this blank cell like this. Yes. Now you are left nothing. You have left nothing. As you subtract this 15 from 15, you will put cross in front of this 15. It means your demand is complete. You have received 15 demand. Your demand is now complete. You have put cross sign. And on the other side, you see that your supply was 20, which was reduces to 5. This is 5. If you subtract this 15 from 20, you are left with 5. This is the basic idea. I am repeating this again and again, that how the allocation is made, how the things are left behind. Now, as you notice that here we have a cross sign. So in this column, is there any blank cell? Yes, of course, there is a blank cell. So you will put a cross sign in the blank cell. It shows that this column is now complete. if you see that this is 15 and this is 15. Now, if you look at here, that if you add these two values add to 20. 20 have been made and you are left with 5. These are 20. If you subtract this 20 from your 25, you are left with 5. Yes. Now, after this allocation, now we check that where we will move. Now, you can easily tell that you can move to your right, as we cannot move down as there is a cross sign. This cell is filled. You cannot move up. This cell is also filled with cross sign. You cannot go back, as you will move forward and forward with the connected cells. Here you see that this is connected with this cell, this is connected with this cell, this is connected with this cell. Every allocation will be connected with its previous cell. Now you have easily understanding that where to move now for the next allocation. Obviously, we will move to the right. We have no place here, and we cannot go back as there is allocation is made. So you will move to your right in this way. You will put arrow sign. This indicates that you are moving to your right. Now, here you will, in this blank cell, you see that here we have demand 15 and supply 5. Demand 15 and supply 5. Which one is minimum? This 5 is minimum. So you will put 5 here. Yes, you have put 5 here. And now see that what is next that you have, yes, you have left the 10 demand. If you subtract this 5 from 15, you are left with 10 demand. And 5 is eliminated and you have put a cross sign in front of 5. It means your supply is complete and demand is remaining 10. If you subtract this 5 from 15, you are left with 10. And if you subtract this 5 from this 5, you are left with cross sign. As I have earlier told you that you will put cross sign if there is any blank cell. You notice that in this row, no blank cell is there. No blank cell is there. So you will not put cross sign. It will be in the same position. So this cross sign also indicates that your supply is complete. Now, to which way we will move? Here we have cross sign above this 5. Here we cannot move back, and above this the cell is filled with cross sign and there is no demand. Now obviously we will move down like this, putting the arrow sign. Here you have noticed that here demand is 10 and supply is also 10. And you are very fortunate when in the last cell you have the same value. This is the indication that you have correctly made your allocation in the previous cells. So quickly you will put the value of 10. It means now your demand is, there is no demand and there is no supply. You will not put any of the cross sign in the in these last two values. No need of this. Your model is now complete. This was the style I have adopted for you specially. And one more style which is also convenient for you, and inshallah I will interpret that style in my next lecture for your convenience. So this was the allocation was made. Next was the problem. Basic variables we have already calculated. Min cost will be calculated. You will multiply your allocated value with the cost value. It's with its corresponding cost. 5 has its costs 10. 10 has its costs 2. 5 has its cost 7. So you will multiply 5 with 10, 10 with 2, 5 with 7, 15 with 9, 5 with 20, and 10 with 18. You will, after multiplying and summing, you will get a minimum cost of 520. This is your initial basic feasible solution. I have completed this northwest corner rule. This is the new style for you. So you should practice this method after making a blank table, putting cost in it and supply in it with the demand. So keep practicing in this way. I think you will understand all the style in a very meaningful manner. I hope that you will enjoy this method and try to solve this problem 3 to 4 times or more time until you become complete in this manner. So watch this video again and again for complexion. I think this is sufficient for today, and meet you in the next lecture. Thank you very much.